Hi everyone, it's Wendy. I just wanted to show you these cute little books I've made. They are about 2.5 by 3.5 inches, or 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. They are just so cute. They've actually got 10 pieces of paper in, so it's like 20 front and back, or 40 front and back, but they're just little. I've stapled these in, which I'm going to do one with you now, but also I'm going to do a stitched in one and put a little dangle on the side. But I made belly bands for them just to hold them together, and these would be great just as a little handbag notebook. Go in Happy Mail, give us a little gift, or they will slot into a pocket on a journal. They are slim enough. This one I just put a little tag in. I've just done one pocket on the front of each one. So that's just got a little tag and a little journal card. So I just think they are so sweet. Easy to make as well. They are using a freebie from Happiness in Crafting, G-Care number 37. So it's quite a long time ago. They were in one of my files in this drawer at the side of me. So I thought I would get them used up in the process of emptying my files. So here we go. As they come on the sheet, let me just show you. I've cut them so that they've still got a white piece on at the side and then folded down there. So you get 6 on one sheet, and then that's how they are, like that. And then I cut a piece of card of similar weight and just glue this flap onto the card, so that makes the little booklet. They've all got nice little quotes on the front as well. So I just pull some of my papers from my file with all my offcuts when I'm doing card inserts. I end up with quite a few pieces like that. So I put 10 in. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I do a few smaller ones. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a big one, 10. So there's 10 in there. I think they look quite good when there's all different ones, different sizes. One I showed you is different colours as well, because I put different coloured inserts in. Now this I'm just stapling in, and I have to turn it upside down and just get my staple so that it's on the fold, like so. Let me just squash those ends down a wee bit, like so. Now I'm going to make a belly band just to see, need to hold it together. Now I do have a bag as well with some offcuts of card in, and because that's a lilac colour, I'll use a lilac piece of card. I'm just going to cut a piece about 1 inch in depth and just fold it round, like so. Just put a bit of glue on to hold it together, but make sure that there's enough leeway to move it up and down, to slide it up and down. I've put that glue on the wrong side. I'll have to leave that one aside just to dry. Cut another piece. I wasn't paying attention properly. Fold it round. Right, glue on that piece and then glue on that bit. Slide it about a bit, but like I say, give yourself a bit of leeway for it to slide up and down quite loosely. You don't want it too tight. Just put the glue back on the top back on my glue, then it doesn't ooze out. Then I've got some little labels from Pink Monarch Prints. Not that one, that's little birds. Yeah, there's some here. So I just glue a couple of little labels on. Just to decorate it up a little bit. This glue is very, very wet. I've let it down too much with water. I need to get some more glue in to thicken it up. Serial number, like so. Okay. Now I need to find something to make the little pocket inside here. And all you really need is a piece of card. We could use a piece of this, which is about the right height. So I'm just going to cut that and then cut it into cut it in half diagonally, and then you've got two little pockets, one for my next one that I make, like so. So one of those can go in there. I'm just going to put a little semicircle, just then it's easier to get in and out of. Put glue down straight side there at the bottom and up the side. Ooh. And that will act as a little pocket. Then in there you can slide a little journal card. And I'm sure I've got some of those in my little wallet here. Let's have a look. There's little envelopes there, I think. So that's quite cute, isn't it? That would go in. Maybe a little bit too wide, actually. Try and find some journal cards. I think that's all envelopes. I'm just trying to find my wallet with journal cards in. See if we've got anything small enough. Oh, there's some nice little bird ones there. They're rather sweet, aren't they? Just ink round the side. Save that for another one. That just slot in there, and I've got some stickers here of daisies. So I'm just going to put a couple of these on. Quite a tall one there. In fact, I may put another little label on there as well. You'll have to excuse the noise there. The dog's having a little bit of a mad moment again. There we go. Oops. Okay. So there's another little booklet made, ready to go in the pile with the others. Aren't they just so cute? I'm just going to get my stuff together to do a dangle spine. So I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, I've got my papers all together now. So I've chose the front of the book again. I've cut a narrow piece of card. So I'm going to glue that on the back. With some good quality glue. This is 3-in-1. Then I'm going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I'm just going to get a bulldog clip to hold the papers in. I've cut my 10 pieces of paper to size. Just get them in the middle. Now I want the dangle to come from the top hole, so I'm going to start, just put my bulldog clip on. I've got my awl. I'm going to punch my 3 holes like you would normally do. Make sure I get all the papers in, the middle one as well. It's a little bit narrower. So I'm going to start, I've got waxed twine. I'm going to start at the top and go in, leave my thread, go out through the centre one, back in through the bottom one, oh, we're around the bulldog clip again, then out through the centre one again. Make sure it's pulled nice and tight, you've no pieces left over. Now I'm going to tie this in a knot at the top hole because I want the twine to dangle down from there just to get a few beads on. So I'm doing that nice and tight, tying it in a double knot, probably even a treble knot. Get it nice and tight. This is the awkward bit. Still nice and tight, and I'm going to put another knot in there. Now I'm taking my needle off, putting it safely away. Put those to the side. Now I'm getting my beading needle out. I showed you these before in another video. Exceptionally fine needle which splits open like a bow. Very hard to see. I can just show you on the white card there. Can you see how it splits open? Very, very fine wire. And I'm going to put one of the pieces of twine through and thread some beads on. So just put that through there. Now I've got a little tray just with a few beads here. I'm not going to put too many on because we don't want that many really. I'll start off with a couple of blue ones. My eyesight is definitely getting worse. Just pull it on up to the top. In fact, one of those is green, but it doesn't really matter. In fact, we'll have another blue one. I'm not putting any sort of pattern in, I'm just grabbing any beads. We'll have one of these pearl ones. In fact, no, I'll have a brown one at each side of the pearl one. They're like a taupe beige colour. Then another taupe one. So much easier threading on with this type of needle. And then we'll put a couple more blue ones on. You could probably find them on Amazon. It was Natasha at Treasure Books that first showed me these. Now I'm just going to put a couple of these tiny, tiny gold bead pins. Bead pins. That's just flicked over somewhere. That's just... Okay, so I've got a few beads on there, see, like that. So I'm just going to tie a knot as close to the bead as I can possibly get. This is the difficult bit I find. You have to like pull it, keep sliding it up to the bead. And then I'm going to put another knot in so that the beads won't come off over the knot. Like that. It's just, oh, they've come not separate, but they're a bit lower down the twine than I would want, so I'm trying to pull them up together. I'm sorry if this is very hard to see, but right, that's got quite a big knot on there now. Let me just see if I can get up to show you there, see? So I'm just going to cut that twine off, put my needle on to the other piece that's hanging down and do the same again. I'm not going to put the same beads on, I'll just do a different pattern. Now I'm going to see if I can get my camera a little bit closer. Let's see. Now I must make sure that I'm in frame for you. So I've got the twine threaded onto the needle, and I'm just pulling any beads out. That's a bead cap, not a bead. That's not even on. Like I said, my eyesight is definitely getting worse. Do any of you have any good tips for beading? Do you wear magnifying glasses, or... I know I've got a cataract developing on one of my eyes, which the optician has told me about, which will need attention at some point. I know that. But it was an optician in England that said it was getting worse. So I'll put a taupe one on, then a long pearl one, and then another taupe one, and a couple more little gold ones. I do like doing this sort of thing, I must admit. I like making dangles with, you know, pins, not bulb pins, flat-headed pins and stuff. But it is, I always used to laugh at my mum years ago when I was little, and she'd say, I can't do any sewing by lamplight. And now I know exactly what she means, especially if it's a dark colour. See this, you've got two little dangles. Right, I'm going to take that needle off, put it on the tray, then I don't lose it. I've seen Natasha at Treasure Books do this, and she puts a stick or a needle in the knot to get it right up to her knot, but it never seems to work with me. See, that's come down by about 1/4 of an inch. Any tips will be gratefully received on how to get your knot right up to your bead. Leave them in the comments below. There's another one. Let's see if we can get this next one higher. Right up to the bead. Like a little bit better. It's quite a big knot now, so the beads aren't going to slide off there, no way. So that's, isn't that cute? Right, now we need the pocket inside. So I've still got this purple one, which is fine, and we need the belly band. So I'm just going to get the glue, and I've got a piece of card for the belly band because that piece that I used before will have dried now. So that can slot onto there. Let's just decorate that up. Still got some stickers here. Lovely daisies. Oh, that one's ripped, but never mind, we shall manage with it. I don't even know where these came from. Probably in my stash or some stash I was given. That's not coming off there. That will do like that. And a label. And I've got my little bird journal card like I had in the other one, like so. Now we need the card for the belly band, which is that one that I glued before. The glue's dried on it now, so I can glue that down. I'm just pulling it apart a little bit just to widen it, to give it room for sliding up and down, like so. And a couple of labels on the front, and I think we're done. So I've got quite a stash of little notebooks now that great for gifts, happy mail, slotting in your journals. In fact, I give some to the charity for them to try and sell, a couple of euros each. All goes to help the animals as well. Okay, what do you think? Okay, isn't that lovely? So a nice selection of notebooks. So if you head over to Happiness in Crafting Facebook page, and it's freebie number 37. Okay, thanks for joining me today, and I shall see you next time. Bye.